Mzansi, ube mnandi, zonke izinto zibe manzi. Homie, don't worry, hold up. No mgozi goes up in our skin. Dishing out the truth, so start tuning in. Can't tolagale. Come, yes, come on the wine. Social issues, this so easily. Giving you the latest news so instantly. Gender we tighter, keep the channel locked on Mzansi Insider. Africa, Highland, Uri Ushebilen Tutsamal. You gotta wait forever. Ututsi Muputile Mazo, Africa, Highland, Uri Ushebilen Tutsamal. You gotta wait forever. Africa, Kalle Uluti Haye, Samaya Nui Patella Sabubilo, Tuha, Uige Tete, Afuga Baba, Afuga, life has been passing you by. Follow your star, it's now or never. I got to make it better. Africa, Highland, Uri Ushebilen Tutsamal. You gotta wait forever. Ututsi Uputile Mazo, Africa, Highland, Uri Ushebilen Tutsamal. You gotta wait forever.
That's what I'm talking about.
So, you open it up. We've got Uche, we've got Emotions. Max, how are you guys doing?
Great in yourself.
Oh, wow. You even sweating. That's how awesome it was,
It
right?
went down. It went down. Trust me, it went down, yeah?
Super awesome to have you guys. You guys played one of my favorite songs, Tepotola. Please tell me why you guys chose this song to be part of your set today.
This song is so inspiring, you know. We just felt the need to bring it back, you know.
Yeah.
It's a very amazing song, especially for the youth, you know.
Yeah.
What I mean?
Now you guys have very strong African influences. Please tell me a bit more about that.
You said the reception, right?
Yeah.
The reception is very, very good because if you take into cognizance, we from different countries. He's from Nigeria, I'm from Zim, he's from SA. So we bring that flavor together and mixing up to come up with this unique sound.
Nice. Oh, nice. For people who don't know where to follow you, how do we stalk you on social media? What can we look forward to for the rest of the year?
We're working on an album now, so this is the first single taken out from the album.
Yeah.
Yes.
So it's gonna drop hopefully end of August.
Okay.
Yeah. So on Facebook it's Tarachika Music with a Q.
Yeah.
Same on Instagram and on Twitter.
What does Tarachika mean?
It means faith. It's
Faith.
Swahili. Yeah.
Swahili for faith.
Yeah.
We got all the faith that you guys are going to do well. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you for having
today.
us.
Remember, when all the higher money, it's hashtag Mzansi Insider. For today's show. Do enjoy.
If you've developed the product, you've tested the product, and you believe in the product, then you market ready.
Mawubosho uqala nje mawubosho ufake evenini you are very scared. Mangifika lapha bazongirape or get stabbed. So you just think of the worst.
Sexuality ke sexual identity. Basically, when you talk about who you're attracted to, who you want to build a life with.
Keep the channel locked on Mzansi Insider. You know what it is, Mzansi Insider.
All right, so it is time for perspective and Fandag.
So what Kat is saying is there's a new musician that sings what people call folk music, but when they see him,
yes, trust me, you will be shocked. Now remember, if you do want to share your story in our perspective segment, all you have to do is contact us Mzansi Insider at bungwe.tv. Right now, it's time for our perspective. Check it out.
When the fire is coming down, we can always take it higher.
Durban folk musician Nhlanhla Majozi is more than just a musician. His folk style of singing and his genre of music breaks cultural perception. He sent us this insider perception of a day in his life at a recent music festival.
Could you come and feel it all?
Hey everybody, this is Majozi and I'm here at Cape Town International Airport. I am super early, it's like 4:30 in the morning, but we're gonna get checked in, meet up with the other guys.
I won't stop till I'm on fire for you. You raise me up.
We're here at Tambo Airport. We're just collecting our stuff. Waiting for Aston's keyboard. Where is Aston's keyboard? I don't know. But it's going to be fun. We're going to have a good day today. It's nice and sunny in Joburg, which is good. One of my heroes growing up. It's quite an honor, actually.
What does it feel like to be on that stage and then you've got people singing the lyrics to your songs?
Oh man, I really love it, man. Like, I actually like doing music and performing is something like when I don't do it, I forget how awesome it is.
When you were a little kid, who told you about the Soweto uprising?
I actually found out on TV, weirdly enough, you know, like my mother would never tell me something that would make me sad. I was a very sheltered child, you know, and my mother had like a difficult life, so she never wanted to tell me those things, you know. It's so cool now that I come to something like this and we can actually move forward and celebrate like potentially the hardship those people had to go through and the things they did to kind of get the country to where it is now, you know, like we have the benefit of reaping the rewards of so much hardship and stuff. But you know, someone had to do it. You know.
How do you feel as a South African muso in South Africa, getting your music onto radio, television?
So for me, like I think with this whole 90%, I'd like to see more people with less of an opportunity getting their music played. I think this whole 90% has to bring in those guys that have been knocking the door and been really working really hard and produce really good music, but haven't.
It's cold and it will swallow you whole. If you walk out that door, I'll love you the same as before. Not a little less, oh so much more.
Picking up the pieces of your life can be daunting after your mistakes, but with redemption, all things are possible. This was the case with Ndate Colin Khumalo, who spent 18 years in prison for a number of gang-related crimes.
Yeah, now Abuti Colin Khumalo, and he's with us in studio. That's in Lakashan. Hello.
Hello,
Kunjanba. Thank you so much for joining us on the show. I want to ask you this. What does redemption mean?
Hey, for me personally, it has a lot of meanings. Firstly, it's a journey of my transformation, or maybe transformation of any human being from whatever life they were living to some other life, or being redeemed or taken away or rescued from something. Yes, that's what I can say.
Okay. Please take me through the very first day in prison for you.
Mawuboshwa uqala nje mawuboshwa ufaka evenini, you are very scared. You thinking all the guys, tough guys, girls and everything. You think, hey, mangifika lapha bazongirape or get stabbed. So you just think of the West. And obviously mawungena, I think the first day I got into prison when I was sentenced, I was very scared. Though I was already a gang member, but I was thinking, angazi ngizothola bobala. You understand? So yeah, it's kind of shocking, very, very shocking. Because you always hear the West. Say,
are you able to sleep? Are you able to eat?
When I got sentenced, I was sentenced for life sentence plus 44 years.
Oh,
so
wow.
I could not, for the first week, it was difficult to just accept that I'm going.
Yeah,
for a very long time. Yeah, so it was kind of shocking.
Impilo yakho injani manje?
Akulula for umuntu obuya ejele. No, not me alone. It's not easy. Sometimes people look at you, you go to schools, you talk to young kids, you go to varsities, they invite you to events, like you're on TV, people think, yeah, this guy is having it. It's very difficult. I got a deep diploma human resource management. I did my matric in prison, but you can't get a job. It's like door closed unless you got a connection. And if you want to start a business, you must have your own money to start your own business, because you can't go to a bank and get money to criminal records. So it's difficult. So, but you got to be strong. For you to survive as an ex-offender or a parolee outside, you must be extra strong, both mentally and emotionally. If you can look around, like your waste management, what are people, most of these guys.
Wow.
You understand? It's difficult for them. You understand? At least like you can be a carpenter, maybe motor mechanic or something, then you can come out and do something for yourself. But we took the other road, varsity college, and then we did not know Mpumalanga. I mean, I'm working in my organization with a guy, he's a qualified accountant, from up at 4. He can't work anyway with that degree accountant. You understand? So it's just, those are the, it's not easy.
Masikhulume ukuthi affecte kanjani ama relationship nomndeni wakho lento ekuvelela?
Well, before ngiboshwa, my family knew I was already a criminal. You understand? Already the relationships were strained. But my daughter, she was born mangiboshwa in 1995. And from then we never had a relationship. It is only that now I'm trying to restore that relationship now. And when I was in prison, I became a gang member in prison. Then my family said, no, what, you can just have your new family of gangsters. We're not coming to visit you until you decide to change.
So, Bobabona, if family yako usejele?
Yeah, you're allowed to visit. They come. We got your family days, you got visits. It's your legal right. Your visit. People must come and visit your family and friends. Yes. But you can say it's more costly on the both emotional, because they don't know what to pay like SASA or get a phone call.
Did you get to see your daughter though?
Now that I'm outside, yes.
While you were in Umbona?
No, there was no relationship between the two
whatsoever. Mfunukwazi, your first day out, how was that?
You can imagine after 18 years and some months behind bars, so you must learn to use a phone, you must There's new malls, there's new everything is new.
Yeah.
You understand? And there was no, you see this Brazilian hair. So all the girls are beautiful. You come out like you come out like a laban manje onkumuntu buhle la ngabantu. You understand? So those were the challenges. Okay, yeah, my first day it was I'm out now, and I remember when I was it was my girlfriend then with Sandy Magangilanda. Hey, says, what? Listen, you're a man. Find your taxis. If I take you every day to prison, because I was on day parole. Day parole means you sleep in prison, 6 o'clock in prison, and then tomorrow morning 6 you must go out on your own. The department does not give you any money, so you must make means for your food, for your transport, to go look for a job. But it's the kind of way uzo survive in Langapande. Can you integrate? Can you stand your own?
Yeah.
It was for 6 months. But my first day I can say it was very nice, very happy to be outside, but scared because now I wanted to be out. Now I'm out. Then what? You understand?
All right, now prison is known to rehabilitate criminals. Would you say that you have been rehabilitated?
Okay, first let me start from where you started. You see, it's like here outside. You choose who you want to be. I mean, there's everything, but you are here because you chose to follow a certain path of life.
Absolutely.
Yeah, just like in prison, you choose to say, I want to go to school, I want to change my life, I want to say what I've done is wrong. So not everybody comes of prison rehabilitated. That is why you find abantu ababuyejele basakanga abanye. They told themselves, So for me, it was back then, 2002, I decided, you know what, I don't want this life anymore.
Yeah.
I want to change, and I gave my life to Jesus. That was my turning point. I became a Christian. And then I went back to school 2002, did my first subject in matric, passed all of them. Then 2003, I did a subject, I passed. That was my journey of transformation. As a gang member, it was not easy. I was not just an ordinary gang member, I was a leader of the 26. So for me to transform, it was like, you know, when you are in, you are in.
Yeah.
So in the gang, when you are in, you are in. You understand? So they tell you, if you want to come out, we'll kill you. You understand? So I was facing that possibility to say, yeah, you know what? I said to myself, no, if I die, I die. It's fine. I'm as good as dead being a gang member because I've got many enemies that might kill me at any time. I talk to young people on a daily basis in schools. We work with the Department of Education, provincial, also moving national, in all the trouble schools. You find most of the challenges that young people have is issues of drugs and gangsterism, more especially in our black schools in the townships. You go to a school, you find them on 13 years, which are 28. You know what is a 28? 28 is a gang member that believe in Sodom.
Yeah.
You understand? Or is a big, if you're a 28 team, then where did you learn this thing? No, my uncle taught me this thing. And this young person is tattooed or has got a tattoo to say it belongs to this gang. So we talk to them and explain to them, what does a tattoo mean? If it's on the left, on the right, what does it do to you when you're in prison? You understand? And now that you say you are this thing, how will it affect your future? Because once you are a gangster, you are already doomed. You understand? So we need to begin to rehabilitate them. So we create awareness, we teach them, we help them come out of the gangsterism life and criminal life. And we recommend rehab for them to go and rehab in terms of drugs. So we do life coaching, counseling, and motivational speaking. I do a lot of programs in school for 10 days with kids, just to take them and say, listen, this is a 10-day program for behavioral modification, to modify their behavior so they can change. But it's challenging, more especially with the young people out there.
Well, unfortunately, Colin, Pelele is Curtis Bong, and thank you so much for joining us and sharing light.
What an inspiration, really.
What a comeback story.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Lives do change and you can get over any situation, which is exactly why we have this segment. Konamanje, it's time for us to play you some music on a lighter note. Enjoy.
What I would do if I were you at the moment is, build up strategic partnerships with your celebrities, people that have got about 10,000 followers.
Keep the channel locked on Mzansi Insider. You know what it is, Mzansi Insider.
A business can get hectic where things are very competitive and now failure is not an option. And join forces to raise your new baby. Incubation is
Yes, that's right. Let's wipe off that confused look on your face. I'll tell you this. Today we show you how incubation works. We're speaking incubation. What is it?
We hook you up with something for your business. In case when out all your life and
Absolutely. Now we have Neo, Sfiso, and Noble from Be Empowered, and they'll be schooling our young business owner Justin Ross from Justin Ross Digital Media. Welcome to the show, guys.
Hello, everybody, gentlemen. Now let's start with you. What exactly is Incubation?
Incubation, we basically take on small businesses.
Okay.
We focus on startups, and we come in as mentors, whereby we assist, we get you market ready. We help you build systems within the business so that your business is running well.
Noble, can you tell me a bit more about the work that you guys as Be Empowered do?
As Be Empowered, we run on a thematic scheme that works over 3 days, whereby on Mondays on social media, we are posting job opportunities for youth, ranging from if you've just got a grade 10 all the way to postgrad. And then on Wednesday, we hold Power Wednesday talks at various areas within the townships, and taking local heroes, meaning those that have actually succeeded in entrepreneurship, and teach others that are at the bottom, primarily because people dissociate themselves from somebody who is an entrepreneur and is successful. They believe they have to come from a certain bracket in life, in terms of coming from an affluent area, as opposed to coming from the township. So we take township heroes, we place them there, and they teach youth at the bottom. And then on Fridays, we have got Future Fridays, whereby we go out to schools. We motivate pupils from grade 10 to grade 12, and we also post on social media bursary, learnership, internship, and scholarship opportunities for the youth.
Wow. They've got systems. That sounds like a system. Monday to Friday. So I want to know from you, how do you guys identify these small businesses?
Basically, it comes from different streams. So you'd find on social media, some businesses approach us, but we're based in the township, so it's easy access. So when we have our Power Wednesdays, you find that the young entrepreneurs, they actually come to our sessions. That's where we start doing the one-on-one talks, and then we can guide them which direction to go.
Now, I know it's not Wednesday, but we've got a young business owner in the house, Justin. Please tell us a little bit more about your business.
Well, my business is Justin Ross Digital Media. It's basically, I design logos and graphics. We design websites as well, and also I design mobile applications.
All right. Now, what are some of the things that you would like to understand about the business world? And you can obviously engage with the gentlemen who are with us in studio today.
Sure. Well, a lot of the times when you start up a business, there's a lot of things you think you know that you don't. And for example, the app that I designed called Instacool, which I think is a very cool app. You put skins and graphics on pictures to post on your social media like Instagram and Twitter. And from that perspective, you got the idea, you've got it up and running, but you don't know how to get it out there, you don't know how to market it, you don't know how to fund it properly, you don't know where to look for funding. So it's things like that.
How would you take somebody like Justin through your guys' process?
Okay. Currently, you've got, you've got a business that is very relevant at the moment, and it's what's happening at the moment. And from what you've told me, you've actually developed the product already. Now, I can imagine at the moment, using a lot of energy, going person to person, trying to market this product of yours. What I would do if I were you at the moment is, build up strategic partnerships with your celebrities, people that have got about 10,000 followers on, to start using your application. Restaurants as well, it's a great platform for them to advertise as well. So use that strength.
How do you know when you're market ready? Because when you're market ready, when you're ready to take your product out to the people.
If you've developed the product, you've tested the product, and you believe in the product, then you're market ready. Then you're market ready, that's it.
Justin, I want to know about your intentions with where do you want to take it?
I'd really like it to have the type of following that Instagram and Twitter and the bigger social media apps have. We are now in the space where we're trying to get to compete with the Snapchat geo filters, which is not available in South Africa. And we're trying to take that space and maybe disrupt that market from a bigger brand like Snapchat and to grow it from there. So,
All right, so the gentlemen are still here. Any questions for them to help you out?
Yeah, well, the other thing that's always tricky for young businesses is to try to take the money that you've made and try to reinvest into the business. So how would you advise people to maybe do better bookkeeping or financial management in a small business like that?
Okay. Are you currently making money?
Slow money is better than no money, they say. So.
Slow money?
Slow money is better than no money.
So money is coming in.
Money is coming in.
Okay. The first thing, and it's a very good question, and that's where a lot of startups get it wrong. They want to build the financial system at a later stage, but they've already developed the bad habits. Now it's the time to actually, there's programs out there that you can download that you can start doing it's an accounting program. It's very easy. You and I can use it. We don't have to be accountants. So start getting that habit right. And another thing is that, also constantly, every day, see how you can save on operational costs. Because like I said, I think what's killing you at the moment is the one by one, going to someone and saying, please check out my, see if you can maybe go to a celebrity.
The one thing that you always are trying to overlook is the why you're doing your business. Majority of business owners look at the more outer perspective of their business, which is the what they're doing. And they don't really look at the how. They look at the how and they overlook the why. You must remember, in business, your why supersedes how you're doing it and what you're doing. Because that's what gets you going each and every time you hit a brick wall. The why you're doing it. So if you're a business or a new business owner, you need to have your why superseding your how and your what.
Nice.
Yeah.
Justin, what's your why and how? I think he needs to tell us his why and how.
Why I do digital media is a passion. I've found myself in that space, and I enjoy doing it.
All right, so Noble, would you say that answer suffices?
Look, I think it doesn't suffice in the point where he's gotten his business to now.
Yeah.
Because I believe he's gotten where it is because the why was there.
Yeah.
You understand? The business is market ready. It's just that the why right now, or the how rather, and the what he's doing is what's sort of hindering the why carrying on. Because he needs to, his what now is the partnership, the strategic partnerships.
Yeah.
How you're going to do it is being at events with certain people, at a certain area, at a certain restaurant, to make sure that the why is then fulfilled.
Well, thank you so much for coming through, gentlemen.
Thanks, man.
Justin, we know what your next step
Are you
is.
incubated?
We know that now the next mission is to find a celebrity. She's here, she'll do it for free. She's a musician, she's a television host.
Are you plugging me? Oh my God, he's too cute. Right now for us to take a quick ad break. Am I not like the luckiest girl on earth? Come on.
In terms of being bisexual, re bua ka motho a tla reng o utlwana le bashimane o utlwana le banyana empa ha utlwana le bona ka nako e one.
Ha se confusion mara jwalo eo.
Keep the channel locked on Mzansi Insider. You know what it is, Mzansi Insider.
It is time for us to unpack our relationship goals. What do you think when I say bisexual? Well, what would you actually do if you found out that the person that you're dating is bisexual? Let's find out.
A bit of real talk. The dating game is hard enough without the difficulties, or rather the hardness of dealing with the complexities that sexuality. Do you understand what bisexuality is? And better yet, what does it mean? How jwala motharing yana ke bisexual?
Yes, Mutlatsi, welcome. You are from the Tummy Dish Foundation as well as the Feathers, right?
Yes, I am.
Why have I not gotten an award, though?
Maybe you're just not scandalous enough.
Spice this morning. Lots and lots of spice. What is bisexuality? In terms, what is it?
Bisexuality is sexual identity. Basically, when you talk about who you're attracted to, who you want to build a life with, who you want to date, have sex with, you have a relationship with, introduce to your parents, that kind of thing.
Okay.
And in terms of being bisexual, re bua ka motho a tla reng o utlwana le bashimane o utlwana le banyana empa ha utlwana le bona ka nako e one. So o tla tloa ho wena.
Banana tlo wa cheat ha
o tla tloa ho wena yo ka tleo jalo jalo. Wa tloa wena yo ngwanyana mongwe a tloe ngwanyana mongwe a tloe wena a tloe.
Has a confusion
Has a confusion about who we're attracted to. You know, I'm attracted to men, and it doesn't really matter if those men are hetero or bisexual or homosexual. They're just men. But then that person would then necessarily not be attracted to men or women at any particular point. They're attracted to everyone. You know.
Makes sense. Mzansi, explain to me what the difference is between bisexual and bicurious.
Bicurious, put your foot in the water, take it out, put it back in again, take it out.
Layman's
so in
terms.
essence, that's what it is. It's literally, yes, it's literally, I have a curiosity, I have an interest. That doesn't necessarily mean that I will be in a relationship with you long term. I'll build a life with you, yes.
Okay, cool. Speaking about bisexuality, Rina lady on the line. Who's wrong, Claire? Check if it's a hand, no wrong, reporter Gajen. Maria. Thank you so much for joining us, Naledi. So, are you bisexual? And if you are, what does that mean for Wayne?
I am a bisexual woman, and it means I'm attracted and I have relationships with both men and women.
Okay.
All right, Naledi, I have a question for you. I want to understand, do you only date bisexual people, or do you also date heterosexual people?
I date based on sort of the attraction. So your sexual orientation probably will come in should we have a discussion. But generally, if you're bisexual, I date bisexual or heterosexual, lesbian, it doesn't really make any sort of difference.
Okay, cool.
All right.
Oh, it sounds like, Mzansi, and Naledi, you also step in here that when it comes to bisexuality, there's not strict rules like you would in other, where if I say that I am heterosexual, then I'm attracted to other heterosexual people. With bi, it just seems like anything is open. Is that how it is?
I mean, rules around relations are, it's always what everyone else outside actually says and not what the people inside the relationship actually say. Like I said to you earlier, I'm attracted to men, straight, hetero, bisexual, whatever. You know, so even with bisexual people, it's always about who you want to date. Like, it's not about what everyone else outside says. Just because you're bisexual doesn't necessarily mean that you have to be with someone else who's bisexual as well. It's about what you and the other person understand to be what needs to happen between the two of you.
Absolutely. Now, Naledi, what are some of the challenges that you face in the dating game?
The biggest one is probably that people think they're confused. So they feel like you should either pick one and then take that. And that makes it very difficult to have these conversations in relationships when people constantly think you are unsure, which means you're unsure of the relationship. That's probably my issue.
All right, now, I might think that there's a bit of a complexity when it comes to a heterosexual person getting into a relationship with a bisexual person. How do we then go about that? Because does that change my sexuality as a heterosexual person because I've been with someone else who is bisexual?
No, it doesn't. I mean, people's sexuality is individual. So it's like, I'm Mzansi. Just because you're with Mzansi doesn't necessarily mean that you become Mzansi number 2. You know, so being heterosexual and being with someone who's bisexual just means that you guys might at that particular point be in a heterosexual relationship because you're male and they're female. But then when they leave you, they probably might move to a girl and then they get into a homosexual relationship. So their bisexuality is just about them, not necessarily about you.
Absolutely.
This is what I want to ask. Naledi, in terms of disclosing, when you get into a relationship, how does that go about and how do you help them understand it?
Normally, by the time I date you, you know that I'm bisexual. It's not really like under wraps. It comes up when you get to know me. And I don't generally sort of babysit or, not necessarily babysit, actually rather speak about the sexuality. Because all they need to know is if I'm dating a heterosexual man, he knows that I'm bisexual. And when I'm dating a woman, he knows I'm bisexual. It's not like I'm straight when I'm with a guy and then I'm lesbian when I'm with a woman. No, I'm bisexual both times. So normally it will be the issue will be as pertinent to discuss as your sexuality. But should you have anything you need to know, I will be willing to answer it. But I don't treat it as the thing that's going to affect the whole relationship, because you won't start a relationship with me if you're not comfortable with bisexuality, because it's something that you will know off the jump with me.
Mzansi, I want to bounce it to you. Is there a process that you've got to disclose and you've got to help the person that you're with?
There isn't a process, you know. When you meet someone, I think when you meet someone specifically for sex,
Yeah.
if you meet someone specifically for sex, I don't necessarily think there's a need to explain what you do with other people.
Yeah.
If you're meeting someone because you guys are building a relationship, then you have that period where you guys speak about your previous relationships, what you do, what you like, what you don't like, and that it comes out at that particular point.
Yeah.
Who's your ex? Oh, my ex is this girl, or my ex is that guy. And then it comes out that, oh, you date both girls and guys. Yes, I do.
Yeah.
And then it's a conversation that you guys have, and then you establish whether the other person is comfortable with it or not, and then you continue from there.
Okay, cool. Interesting.
Well, thank you so much for joining us and unpacking bisexuality with us. Now, lady, thank you so much for chatting to us, yeah?
It's a pleasure.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
We're going to go into the game early and they'll catch up to us
So
later.
the also like later.
Yeah, so that's the thing. That's the thing.
Keep the channel locked on Mzansi Insider. You know what it is, Mzansi Insider.
Welcome back, everybody. It is Mzansi Insider. Monana ho SABC1 Mzansi for sure. Our power persons today get two guys that have been causing quite a stir on the digital media spaces. How do we keep on hear our power persons? Check this out.
Beyond the Eyes Network was established to deliver compelling African content to the world. The shows are a result of young creatives collaborating to tell authentic stories. These varsity mates and founders, Tebogo Mogale and Samira Bolele, said they want to change the world beyond the eyes.
In studio joining us. Thank you so much for joining us.
Welcome.
Thanks for having us.
Bright and
Thanks for having us.
early.
It is bright and early. It is bright and early. I was expecting some blankets, around.
No, you're going to be warm by the time you leave here, trust me.
She came to sleep.
We know our house is nice, but not that nice.
I see.
Let me ask you guys this. What's the hardest thing about what you guys are doing right now?
Sure, it's a few things, I think. One is always trying to find new and innovative ways to deliver content. I think that's something hard for us. Also, the funding and budgeting. You know, how do you balance out the two? I think that's one thing that's always in business you're trying to sort of grapple with.
Yeah.
I think for any startup, right? Like you're always dealing with funding, you're always dealing with trying to keep the business going and try to do what it is that you do, so which for us it's make shows, produce content for our digital platform. So I think that's a battle and try to find people to collaborate with who can move this thing forward.
Yeah.
So,
Take me through some of the shows that you guys have. Let's speak about them real quick.
All right. We have a couple of shows. We have a business show called Black Ambition. Really trying to profile young black business entrepreneurs who are trying to be, movers and shakers in their space. We have a show called Women Unplugged, just a woman talk show talking about relevant issues that pertain to women.
We've got a sports show that profiles the EPL called Most Biased Panel. It follows the English Premier League.
That sounds so cool.
Yeah. So it's we're just a biased panel. There's there's no like sitting in between and saying no fence sitters allowed. No fence sitters. You gotta pick a side. So Most Biased Panel. We've got a show called Fashion Startup, which profiles fashion startups, exactly that. And there's a few others. There's been music. We do a lot of up and coming musicians.
Cool.
So we really the main point for the platform is to try profile people before they make it. Before they get to sit on your seat.
Like
us.
Kind of like us.
That's what we do. We do the same
That's
thing.
what we do.
About that?
Kids out there, like, you guys have made it.
Step up to you guys.
That sounds so awesome, guys. I actually want to watch like the sports show. I'm interested. The women's show. But that's expensive, you guys. So how do we make it work? I'm just like, if I want to watch the women's show and the sports show, like
out of
that how do you guys make it work?
So I think there's a combination of things. Because so the fact that you're online avails you to a global market. So that's the first thing. So it's not, so though we want our market to really join in and be a part of obviously what we're trying to do, we understand there's other markets we're trying to reach as well, to tell our stories to them. So for instance, the US, the UK, we get a lot of our audience from there as well. But in South Africa, obviously then the data issue, and we're still trying to figure out ways, partnerships. We have the long game, right? Like the long game data should get cheaper. That that's what happens in the rest of the world. That's what's happening. People are laying down fibers. So we sort of said we don't have a big capital outlay. We're gonna go into the game early. And they'll catch up to us later.
So also like later.
Yeah, so that's the thing.
Now, speaking to two businessmen, who's the first one to throw that I own my own business card in conversations? Just like, I'm a business owner.
For real? I really think it was you. The fact that you said him first.
I think, it always looks like me. People, I don't know. Maybe I give that vibe. But Sam, before we even sit down, it's guys, I'm here to talk about,
Okay. So are you going to run or are you going to post? We'll ask you a question and you tell us what you do in the situation, right?
Okay.
Rory, fire!
Yes, so you meet Richard Branson. But he wants to shake your hand because this is a moment, right? Look at your face. You're just like, what?
You probably want to shake his hand first.
But you just saw him picking his nose.
Oh, snap.
Do you post it or do you run? What do you do in that situation?
I go hard, man.
You gotta shake it.
I gotta shake it. I gotta shake it. No, listen.
It's a $1 billion konkwan.
So you shake Sammy konkwan.
Listen, there's moments. So you gotta overlook that.
Okay, I have the next one. You get to a meeting and you meet the Facebook founder, Mark Zuckerberg, and he asks you to work for him. Do you post or do you run? This one is easy.
No, but this is tricky though. It's a trick question.
It's very tricky.
Okay. Post or run. Let's go. Post or run.
I think I'll run.
You'll run?
I'll run.
You'll run.
I'll run.
Ain't nobody got time to be working for nobody. Okay, last one.
For now.
So now you make your first billion and everybody knows, and Chiquita just keeps calling. Do you post it or do you run?
Nah, you gotta run.
You gotta
run.
Run.
You gotta run.
Where are you now?
No, you just gotta run away.
You might not keep that Billy for long.
Well, thank you so much for joining us, guys. It's been absolutely fantastic. All the best in your future endeavors, and we'll definitely be checking you out. Yeah. You heard it from the gents, Teboko and Sammy, promoting young entrepreneurs. Now we're Vuguzenzele, right? Thank you so much for joining us, gents.
Thanks for having us.
It's been absolutely good.
Thanks for having us.
That's what it's all about. That's what it's all
Thanks.
about.
Oh, there you go.
Reteng on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook. If you're not already following us, just search us Mzansi Insider on one of your favorite social platforms. Rumela di comments, di photo, or even topic suggestions that you may have. How to kopaneng and link up.
Absolutely. It's been a jam-packed show as usual. We brought the heat.
The opening was amazing. What a performance. I was just like, oh,
perfect way to start off the show, don't you think?
Yes. And it was quite interesting to have a conversation. Justin Ross was here and his business and the guys from Be Empowered. Absolutely amazing. I think it was an awesome and we learned quite a lot.
Absolutely. You know, we do it again. Mzansi Insider. Have an awesome week ahead and keep it locked right here to SABC 1 Mzansi for sure. We out of here, baby.